The world of personal tutoring is largely unregulated, and tutors can work in lots of different ways. You can be employed by a school, you can be employed by a tutoring company or organisation, or you could be a personal tutor that's working independently. Irrespective of how you are tutoring, you need to have those policies and procedures in place that keep children and young people safe.
You must have a safeguarding child protection policy and procedures if you're working with children and young people. This way you know what to do if there are any concerns about a child's welfare. If you're self-employed, you have to write your own policy and procedures and share them with parents or carers. This will reassure them that you're taking all the necessary steps to keep their child safe. If you're working as part of an agency or tutoring company, they're going to have their own safeguarding and child protection policies, which you have to follow. They'll also have a trained, nominated child protection lead. If you're working independently, you're going to have to take on this role yourself.
If you've been employed by a school, you need to be working within the boundaries of their policies and procedures. So what you need to find out is who is the safeguarding or child protection lead within that school and what are the policies and procedures. You need to know how to raise a concern and who to raise a concern to. And if the school hasn't given you that, you need to find that out, because it's really important that you know this, not only to keep children and young people safe, but also to keep yourself safe.
A code of conduct policy should set out how a tutor should behave and maintain professional boundaries, and there should also be a written procedure in place for managing allegations of abuse. Some personal tutors might be graduates or in their late teens and could find themselves tutoring young people of a very similar age, and this might lead to tutees confiding in their tutor as they would do a friend. And it's really important that you remember at all times that you are the professional and that you keep those boundaries in place.
If I'm tutoring someone that's more of a close age to me and they did confide in me, I think it's important to remember that I treat it the same as if it was a young child that confided in me, because it's still that professional relationship with them.
You should use a professional email address rather than your personal one, and the same goes for mobile phones, although that might not always be possible. You should ensure that you correspond with and contact only the parents and not the child, and vice versa. After each session, you should spend a few minutes speaking directly to the parents to discuss how the session went and if there were any concerns. And if this isn't possible, send them an update via email, for example, and ask them to respond.